grotesque and gets more grotesque every day. And in Colombia, where I lived the most part of my adult life and am involved in the movements there, the United States is using it as a stage to attack Latin America. They're planning the invasion of Venezuela from Colombia. The United States Embassy in Bogota looks like a compound of thousands of in and out technicians and military and people in offices all over the place that are very secret. There are also 7 military bases, U.S. military bases in Colombia. But in spite of that, there's a large movement in Colombia, a large popular peasant, student, and women's, etc. movement in Colombia. And part of that movement, most of you are familiar with, which was the signing of the peace process in 2016. The FARC laid down their arms after more than 40 years of struggle. And they were given the security of being able to function as a legal group within Colombia. Part of the negotiating group was this man who's called Jesus Santriz. And this has been a crisis for the last 13 months. The United States has been against the peace process and is doing everything they can to destroy the peace process in Colombia. One of the things they've done is to arrest Jesus Santriz and accuse him of drug trafficking. The same as they did with Simón Trinidad, who's been in jail in this country for 10 years, who's a very important revolutionary in Colombia. He's been in jail for 13 months. He's in jail because the United States requested that he be arrested and extradited as a drug trafficker. He's a very important revolutionary and political person in Colombia. So the courts were able, there's a peace court that's a very important court right now functioning. They were able to reach the decision with the majority of the judges in Colombia to release him this week.
Wow.
So on Wednesday he was supposed to be released. There was a huge demonstration outside of the prison Picota in Bogota waiting for him to get out. He did not get out. They didn't bring him out. They would not release him. So on Friday, finally they wheeled him out in a wheelchair, drugged. His head was down. He couldn't speak. They surrounded him, and in 2 minutes they re-arrested him and flew him off in a helicopter to the bunkers of the Fiscalía in Bogota, where he's being processed for extradition. At 3 o'clock in the morning on Friday, he had a heart attack.
Oh.
And it was very difficult to get him out of the jail into a hospital. He's now in the hospital. His lawyer is not able to get in to see him. Nobody from the movement's able to get in to see him. He's surrounded by all kinds of police and by U.S. agents. And so we're watching this, and we're very worried about Jesus as an important person. There are some of these on the back table, but I would really encourage you to go on the internet, go on Facebook. If you speak Spanish, you'll get more information. If not, you'll get less, but it's there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right.
Can I just have one question, Elvis?
Sure.
Are they sure he really had a heart attack?
Yeah, they are.
He wasn't.
Yeah, I've been talking to his lawyers. Yeah.
That wasn't induced, was it?
Well, it could have been induced, and that's the question, because they don't know what they drugged him with, and so that's one of the questions. If the heart attack, because he hasn't had a heart problem, and so that's one of the questions, that whatever drugs they gave him, they have no idea what drugs they gave him when they brought him out and rearrested him.
They were going to extradite him to the United States?
Yeah, that's the plan. They probably will do that.
And the American charges are what?
What are they?
Drug trafficking, but there's no evidence. The same as Simón Trinidad, there was no evidence. But you know, it's very easy for a big country like this to trump up charges and make them stick.
Should know he's blind. Maybe.
Oh, he has a genetic illness which is caused. He is blind. He's legally blind. He can only see shadows, and he walks with a stick. But that has not stopped him traipsing through the jungles for many years.
Wow.
I know him quite well, and he's one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. He's a poet. He writes songs. He's a lawyer. He's an incredible person, and he's very much a revolutionary. Yeah.
Right.
And we should probably know some point more about Colombian government.
Well, I would be more than happy to do a presentation here. I've done presentations on Colombia here. I'd be more than happy to do another one.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.